All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Nick Kuhn, and I have a little story to tell about Cloud Foundry and platform engineering. So a little bit, maybe about a year or two ago, let's see, we're going to click here. All right, so a year or two ago, Devops died and platform engineering became cool again. And if you've been on Twitter, you've seen this. Luca from Humanitech probably posting this a lot. And that started a lot of kind of chatter and talk around the community, between the DevOps community and platform engineering. But I found a thread by Sid, very interesting, talking about this concept of that developers don't want to deal with infrastructure, the notion of just handing it over the wall, giving them keys to cloud hyperscaler doesn't really work at scale, and there's a lot of problems by doing that versus like running a platform or a platform team. And then you have this little tidbit here I highlighted in yellow is they want to write code and run it somewhere, but they don't really care much how or where that is. And that sounded really familiar. And about 7 years earlier, we saw the CF Push Haiku, and this is from I think one of the pivotal Cloud Foundry 2.0 launch. So we can see that the Cloud Foundry community in itself has been working on things around the platform engineering experience for quite some time, and we also see that with Bosch Deploy. Now this Haiku isn't used as much, but I think it's still very important because I think that is a key metric that our platform teams using Cloud Foundry, obviously Bosch enables a great scale. And so obviously, I think the Cloud Foundry community has been doing something called platform engineering for well over a decade. We've seen platform as a product, things of that nature. So, I guess what's is, platform engineering is now cool again, or whatever we want to call that. But we can kind of talk about what we see today from the community. So if we look at some of our data from Tanzu Application Service, which is formerly known as Pivotal Cloud Foundry, we can see that Cloud Foundry today is running in nearly a quarter of the Fortune 100. We're running mission critical infrastructure, high security, highly compliant workloads. 5 of the top 20 financial institutions run Cloud Foundry for their mission critical and highly secure workloads as well. And 4 of the top 20 retailers run e-commerce platforms on top of Cloud Foundry. And some additional fun facts that we know about Cloud Foundry, just from our data, and obviously if we had the whole community's data, this would probably grow, but we know that there are millions of containers or millions of application instances running on Cloud Foundry across various private and public clouds. We know that Cloud Foundry saves lives. So there are application workloads that do like emergency roadside assistance. Cloud Foundry is used in many healthcare use cases. And we've seen some incredible scale at our customers where we have certain customers that are exceeding over 100,000 AIs. Some of these platforms generate tens of billions of logs per day. So we see incredible scale, incredible use cases through the Cloud Foundry community. But and also, VMware itself uses Cloud Foundry for app modernization. The VMware Customer Connect application was rewritten from the ground using Cloud Foundry. It is our customer portal that essentially every VMware customer uses to download product binaries, get support, do account management, and things of that nature. VMware Skyline, which is another product as well, that kind of does some enhanced telemetry, runs on Cloud Foundry. And most notably, if you're kind of familiar with the Spring community, the Spring.io website runs on Cloud Foundry as well. So just to kind of give you a highlight of some use cases that actually are from a core VMware IT perspective. But we see this a lot too, where we often find a lot of our platform engineering teams run very thin and support a lot of developers. So we started wondering really how efficient our Cloud Foundry platform teams are. If I can click here. And then how many developers really can one platform engineer support within Cloud Foundry? And that's kind of where we start to get to this kind of gold standard within platform engineering here. And so we started tracking what I'm terming platform engineering efficiency. And on average, within our customer base, one platform engineer will support up to 190 developers. And that equates to an average team size of essentially 6 platform engineers will support roughly 1,200 developers. And we've actually seen that ratio exceed where, in some use cases, we'll have a platform engineer supporting over 500 plus developers within an organization. And that kind of really leans to the value of the Cloud Foundry community that we've seen through the years, the maturity of the product. And I guess, too, if we look at trying to translate that same efficiency within other technologies and other communities, that efficiency drastically drops, and you end up hiring, more platform engineers to do a similar type of workload. If you want to learn more, we just released a blog on the New Stack Monday morning. There's a more detailed version of this talk in more than a 5-minute format, but there's a QR code to hit the link there, and if you just go to the New Stack too, it's still probably on the homepage. But that is my lightning talk. Any questions? All right.